Buddhism is a religion with a rich history and diverse traditions, celebrated around the world by millions of people. One of the key aspects of Buddhism is the celebration of important festivals and holy days, which serve as occasions for reflection, prayer, and community building. In this article, we will explore some of the major Buddhist festivals and holy days, including Vu-Lan, Duk Phat Tan Dao, Vesak, and more. Vu-Lan, celebrating filial piety and compassion. Vu-Lan, also known as the Ulaanbaatar Festival, is a major Buddhist festival celebrated in Vietnam, China, and other East Asian countries. It is typically held on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, and is a time for Buddhists to express gratitude and compassion towards their ancestors and all beings. The festival is based on the legend of Moggallana, a disciple of the Buddha who used his psychic powers to discover that his mother had been reborn in a lower realm of existence. He then made offerings to the Buddha and the Sangha on her behalf, and as a result, she was able to be reborn in a higher realm. The festival thus emphasizes the importance of filial piety, compassion, and the power of making offerings to the Buddha and the Sangha. During the festival, Buddhists often visit temples and offer food, flowers, and other gifts to the Sangha and to their ancestors. They also participate in ceremonies and rituals, such as releasing birds and fish as a symbol of liberation and compassion. Duk Phat Tan Dao, celebrating the Buddha's enlightenment. Duk Phat Tan Dao, also known as Bodhi Day, is a Buddhist holiday that celebrates the Buddha's enlightenment. It is typically held on December 8 in many Buddhist countries, and is a time for Buddhists to reflect on the Buddha's teachings and their own spiritual path. The holiday is based on the story of the Buddha's enlightenment, which took place under a Bodhi tree in present-day Bodh Gaya, India. After 6 years of practicing asceticism and meditation, the Buddha finally achieved enlightenment and gained a deep understanding of the nature of reality and the human condition. During the holiday, Buddhists often participate in meditation, prayer, and chanting. They may also visit temples and make offerings to the Buddha and the Sangha, as well as engage in acts of generosity and compassion. Vesak, celebrating the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and passing. Vesak, also known as Buddha Day or Buddha's birthday, is a major Buddhist holiday that is celebrated around the world. It commemorates the birth, enlightenment, and passing of the Buddha, and is typically held on the full moon day of the 4th lunar month. The holiday is based on the life and teachings of the Buddha, who is regarded as a great spiritual teacher and guide. It is a time for Buddhists to reflect on the Buddha's teachings and their own spiritual path, as well as to engage in acts of generosity and compassion. During Vesak, Buddhists often participate in ceremonies and rituals, such as bathing the Buddha and making offerings of flowers, incense, and candles. They may also engage in acts of charity and compassion, such as donating to the poor or volunteering at the local charity. Other Buddhist holidays and festivals. In addition to Vu-Lan, Duk Phat Tan Dao, and Vesak, there are many other important Buddhist holidays and festivals celebrated around the world. These include Asalha Puja, a holiday that celebrates the Buddha's first sermon, which he gave after achieving enlightenment. Magha Puja, a holiday that commemorates a gathering of the Buddha's disciples, who came together spontaneously to hear the Buddha teach. Obon, a Japanese festival that celebrates the return of ancestor spirits to this world. Songkran, a Thai festival that celebrates the new year and involves water fights and other festive activities. Possible significance. The celebration of Buddhist festivals and holy days, such as Vu-Lan, Duk Phat Tan Dao, Vesak, and others, has significant meaning and importance for Buddhists around the world. Firstly, these festivals serve as occasions for Buddhists to come together and build community, to connect with others who share